What does the communion meal look like for progressive Christians? Well, progressive Christianity is a big tent movement. People come from a variety of different liturgical and theological traditions into the progressive Christian movement, which is to say that there's likely not a singular understanding of exactly what the Eucharist or communion means for people. I think, though, generally, progressive Christians tend not to believe in transubstantiation, that is, that the elements become the literal body and blood of Jesus. They tend not to believe in consubstantiation, that even if the elements don't literally change into the body and blood of Jesus, he's still there in some way, but tend to view the meal more symbolically. So we don't just look at the last meal that we hear about in the Gospels that Jesus shared with his disciples, but we look at all the meals that Jesus shared in his life. Jesus used the table to break down social barriers as he ate with people who were very different from him, people with whom he was not supposed to associate. And so the table became a very powerful tool for Jesus's ministry to talk about God's radical inclusion. We then get to practice that by sharing that meal together. I come from a tradition that celebrates communion every week, and it's the center of what we do. And we practice God's radical welcome. We practice thinking about who has not been invited to the table and how do we pull up a chair for them. And then once we have practiced that in community, we get to go out into the world and work for a world that looks more like the tables that Jesus sat at, where everyone has a place, where everyone is treated with dignity and fairness and equality.